My name is Linda Martinson. I have fibromyalgia, which means I have constant pain. And I was in a car accident in 1986. I was busy. I was going to go to Morocco and study dance, so I didn't even take time to go to the doctor, which was a mistake. My pain developed into fibromyalgia, and I thought I was going crazy. I couldn't sleep, and I still have trouble sleeping. My pain was so intense, and doctors said things like, well, you're over 40, you're bound to have some aches and pains. Or, I don't know what you've got, but in 20 years, I can guarantee it won't bother you. That part didn't come out to be true. And then there was this specialist who said, football players get back out on the field in 2 weeks. Why didn't you? I thought I was going crazy. And with comments like these, you begin to doubt your sanity. I couldn't remember words. Even my husband was wondering why I wasn't getting better. Well, 4 years later, I discovered with a very compassionate physician that I have fibromyalgia. And I was so excited because then I could get a cure, right? Wrong. There is no cure for fibromyalgia. So then I became extremely depressed and suicidal. I couldn't ask my doctor for pain medication because that would mean I'm a drug addict. And with my kids growing up with the DARE program, I couldn't ask for drugs. So I planned to commit suicide. I was putting on my makeup, looked in the mirror, and I thought, I just can't do this anymore. I'm going to kill myself. And then I thought, no, what would your kids do? What would your husband do? Well, my husband would manage, but not my kids. So I went over to my calendar and I wrote down the date 2 weeks later. I also went off a protocol that was supposed to cause me pain, and it was. I went off the protocol. 2 weeks later, I checked the calendar, and I decided I did not want to commit suicide, but that I would write a book that would tell the truth about chronic pain, and I would change state law in Washington to allow people like me to have pain medication. And the book is Poetry of Pain. I helped write our state pain guidelines in 1996, soon to be repealed by our current legislature. And all that work is going backwards. But I'm going forwards. And I have some suggestions. First of all, though, I am on pain medication. It allows me to have part of my life back, not all of it. But I teach Middle Eastern belly dance and folkloric dance. I perform with my granddaughter in restaurants and shows and solo. I'm teaching my grandson to play the tabla, the Middle Eastern drum. We have a little musical group. So you can get your life back if you work at it and communicate with your physician. And the biggest deal for me was I was afraid to ask for medicine, and one day when I was at my doctor's office, I said, I want to take something home today. And he said, you want something for pain? And I thought, oh man, he was waiting for me to ask. So don't be afraid to ask, but you have to try all of the protocols that your physician recommends first. Then you move on to something else. So I have some ideas that might help other people with pain. Educate yourself about your condition. You are the expert and you know more than anybody else what it feels like. Join the American Pain Foundation. I don't know what I would do right now without support in Washington State. All of the people that I worked with before to change the law are either dead or too tired. But with APF, they're not, and I'm very grateful. Just don't give up. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. And I dance. So I found that dancing with a silk veil elevates me to a beautiful place that is a wonderful distraction. You don't have to dance, but you might want to write. You don't have to show it to anybody, but writing is extremely satisfying because you can get your emotions out on paper. But find an art form that will distract you a bit, and don't ever give up. Thank you.